Hi, everyone. So nice to see you all on this very auspicious day. Yeah, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for your patience. Right now I'm on my phone because my computer is not wanting to cooperate. So unfortunately, I won't really be able to see what's going on in the chat. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. So I'll just see if I can set you up right here. Okay. Hi. How's everyone doing? Feelings, extra feelings today? You probably maybe did this already. But if anybody wants to say something about their experience today, I'd love to hear something about it, either in the chat or you can just unmute. Talkative bunch, huh? Okay.
Love your necklace.
I'll say something.
Oh, great.
I noticed that I was jealous of people who were getting to see the full eclipse, and I was watching a lot of live streams of different places where there was total eclipse, and so I would see the image of
recording
the eclipse
in progress,
but also of the people who were there. And I felt envious of that too, of the community. And then I remember, but I'm here in community now. So it's important that I remember what I do have.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that. And I'm really grateful to be in community with you all tonight. And also thanks for sharing that like very human emotion of jealousy that we don't talk about enough because it's like a bit gross. But yeah, so important. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. There was someone else that wanted to say something.
I said I'd like your necklace.
Oh, which one?
The beaded thing. Is
this
that
one.
all one?
Yeah, I got it in Mexico. Isn't it great? Yeah.
Yeah. Goes with food.
Yeah, I think so. It's so interesting. This summer I was having a really hard time. I was deeply depressed and I couldn't wear it. It was too joyful. It had too much energy. I couldn't wear it. But I'm really glad I can wear it now. So yeah. And it's the first time that I did color all over my head. I've always had like a little, you know, but now like it's like the whole thing.
It looks lovely on you.
Thank you. Thank you. So here we all are for the Medicine Buddha ride that I've come to so much cherish. You know, it's been over 4 years now that we've been meeting on Mondays, and what a gift this has been. It's really changed my life, truly. And it's, I think, saved my life a few times. So it's so special for me to be able to lead practice tonight and for the community in general. This is a a community that I really hold dear. And when I practice the 7 homecomings and it gets to the community part, I always think of you all. And like our dear Auntie Aisha always says, you gotta, don't be roaming the streets alone. Gotta take us with you. And so, so I do that. So thank you for helping me not roam the streets alone. There's lots going on in the streets. Have you noticed? It's wild out there. Woo. Wild, wild, wild. Yeah. And I think all the more reason for us to lean on these practices, you know. I've just oh, I'm on double video. That's unnecessary. Oh no, I'm not. I'm just watching myself. Okay, cool. I was in the Tara course with some of you, and it ended not too long ago, maybe last week. What is time anyway? Who knows? And a question I had asked, I have, I guess, some confusion around masculine and feminine. And that lol. I mean, I obviously play with that in myself and then feel that in my energy, that there's a lot of this with it. So it's sometimes difficult for me to distinguish what is masculine and what is feminine. And I think that's probably like close to the true nature of things, because everything is everything, you know? But I guess I feel Medicine Buddha as a masculine energy, but with feminine qualities of nurturing, you know, but with a more masculine like space kind of holding. At the same time, Tara is space, so like I get confused about that. And I know that where is she? Rachel had something to say about that, and we didn't have time, and I didn't hear what she said. So anyway, if Rachel wants to chime in, you're welcome to, but no pressure. You could also do that after practice.
I'm sort of happy to chime in a couple of things, and I might chime in a more couple of things afterwards, but
Sure, of course.
I think Tara's story is so interesting because the monks said to her, oh, you're wonderful, you're amazing. You would become enlightened surely if you were a man, so why don't you just change yourself into a man on the spot now, which tells you they're living in a shamanic culture, or pray to be reborn in your next lifetime as a man, and you'll become enlightened. And the first thing she said back to them is, essentially, I'm paraphrasing now, you know, gender is an empty concept. Basically what she was saying, you don't understand the teachings. So there can't really be a masculine and a feminine. So it can't possibly be true because emptiness is free of all concepts. It can't possibly be true that only a man can become enlightened. So that, but then she made this vow to only become enlightened in a female body, because she said there are very few female Buddhas. And so I think it's the paradox that we live with all the time, that in the relative world, there's this male, female, masculine, feminine thing. But in the absolute world, it's free of those kind of concepts. And, you know, when you look at images of Tara and also Avalokiteshvara, and probably some others, it's hard to tell. They look feminine and masculine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know this is the other thing I wanted to say, and there's so much. I mean, this could go on forever, but the thing I did want to say is prior to Tantra, there were no images. So this business of deities arose when Tantra arose in early India, in the early first centuries. And the first image that arose was Prajnaparamita, and she is the wisdom beyond the beyond the beyond. But it's interesting that Prajnaparamita, who is representing emptiness, also is still pictured in the image of a woman. And then Tara comes next, and she's pictured in the image of a woman. And I think this is true in the Hebrew tradition, when wisdom is feminine. So, I mean, I just think it's for us to puzzle and enjoy puzzling. Human beings, when they first came to this concept of this vast, empty vastness, when they wanted to have an image for it, the image was feminine. So that's not really an answer to anything. It's sort of amusing about something. Well, it could be amusing too. But I think they're all a little bit both. That's what I want to say. That's enough for now. And you're right, Milena. I did want to say something, and I think the Zoom thing got cut off right in the middle of it. So thank you for asking.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Rachel, for that. I think that's a beautiful answer. And of course, there's no like answer, and that's the answer. Feels like. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm gonna re-listen to it because I feel like there was a lot in there. Yes, and I see a hand.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I've been doing Medicine Buddha and Tara for a while. And one of the things I've come to is I visualize them as like this very, very pure color, like the color that from a prism. And Tara is green and Medicine Buddha is blue. And the green is like, excuse me, it's like that energy of nature, like coming to life. And that very much goes with the feminine. Things are arising and gestating and coming into new forms. And then I think about Medicine Buddha as this really incredible, I mean, I have a little Rupa statue and he's dark blue, but that dark blue, when you actually see it, and it's kind of hard color to find and see, where it's colored light, not a paint. Although paint sometimes is good, or sometimes ceramic glazes have those kinds, or glass has those kinds of real pure colors. But then that blue is like this incredible cosmic vastness. So instead of concentrating on the images, if I want to really just go into that, really paying attention to that awareness, I'll like visualize, or even I can see sometimes from a crystal in the window, there'll be that little strip of color, and really look at what the color is like there when it's the pure color of the light. And I find that really helpful.
Thank you so much for that. I love color, obviously. And I think that's a really interesting way to deepen our connection, through color. Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you. Does someone else want to say anything?
I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I also know from several of my teachers that the concept of asking for help, speaking about praying, the concept of asking for help in Buddhism really did not arise until Tantra arose. And that Tara was where it first came up. The idea that you could ask Tara for help was really a new thing. So I just thought I'd put that in there because we need all the help we can get. Or at least I know I do. Anyway.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Rachel, thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, like I said in the group, like I asked Tara to help me clean my house during the course, and she really did. Like she really did. So I mean, I've asked her for other things, other more like difficult things this summer, but you know, she does come through. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, so does Medicine Buddha in a different way, I feel, in my feeling of it. And I shared also in the course that throughout the course, it was a 5-week course, I became more connected to Jesus. I grew up as a nominal Catholic, and I rejected everything masculine and everything related to the church for a long time. And I started reconnecting with Mary maybe 5 years ago. And now the Jesus part is starting. And so I have a candle here. I have a Jesus candle that's gonna be with us today. I feel like there's a lot of overlap of you know, Jesus energy and Medicine Buddha and Tara, I would argue, but specifically Medicine Buddha. Plus, that's what we're talking about tonight. So thank you, Karen, for the mantras, and I think we're probably ready to practice.
I didn't mean that as a cue. I put them in by mistake.
Oh,
Your
that's
hand
okay.
can just hit the button. So I'm not trying to rush you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. But I think, you know, I think we could talk about this forever. I know I can. But we are here for a purpose, and I want to honor that. So I'm gonna sit back and invite you to get settled. Maybe that's, yeah, it's far. I don't know. I guess you get to see my whole body, which is kind of weird, but for me, I guess. Can you hear me from back here? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna take off my shoes. But I want to show them to you. I found these in a thrift store. Wait, where? In Toronto. I was in Toronto. Can you see them? No, they're fuzzy. Oh, there we go. Anyway, they're incredible.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember last time I showed you different shoes. They were just as fabulous, but in a very different way. So I invite you to get real comfortable and tune into your body and see what position you want to practice in tonight. Maybe it's sitting, maybe supported sitting, maybe sitting upright. Maybe lying down, maybe standing. Whatever feels right for you in this moment. Knowing that you can change your mind at any time. And I know for me, when I give myself that permission, my body and my spirit really like settles. My inner child specifically is like, oh, okay, I can decide to like stand up later. Cool. And I feel like a calmness setting in. And see if you can feel the energy of the earth beneath you coming to meet you. Regardless if you're sitting, standing, lying down, the earth is always beneath you, beneath us, holding us and supporting us and nourishing us. And we don't have to do anything to deserve it or have it. Whatever we do or don't do, the earth is there. And what a gift that is. Especially in these tumultuous times, these unpredictable times. The earth is still there. Even when the light of the sun is gone, the earth is still there, holding us, supporting us, nourishing us. And notice if in your heart center, feel maybe some gratitude awaken. And see if you can trust that support that the earth offers. Just a little more. A little more. In a way of almost like consenting to that support. In a way of maybe saying, yes, I'm a being of the earth. I'm maybe a child of the earth, and the earth will do everything to support me. And I deserve that. I deserve that just for existing. No other reason. We'll stay with the earth here just for a little longer. See if you can let go a little more into the support. I think we're ready for the opening mantra, which is in the chat. It's Om Menla Sangye Kino Soha. We'll say it 3 times. Before we start, we'll say an Om together. Take a breath together. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale for Om. 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 Om Menla Sangye Kino Soha. Om Menla Sangye Kino Soha. Om Menla Sangye Kino Soha. I'll take a moment to notice how the space around you feels. Does it feel any different from how it did before? For me, it's hard to describe, but it feels a lot more spacious in my space. My space feels more spacious and a bit more open and lighter. And I feel tingles above my head. on the sides of my head. And I'm sharing that not because you have to feel the same thing at all. And this is your experience. I share it just to give you some examples of how medicine Buddha can manifest. And it's definitely not to feed frustration, like wanting the practice to feel a certain way or look a certain way at all. However the practice unfolds for you is the way it unfolds for you. And as Lama Rod reminds us, a lot of it is just about trusting that it's happening without needing any proof that it's happening, but just trusting that it's happening. So now we'll go to the main mantra, which is also in the chat. Teyata Om Begenze, Begenze, Maha Begenze. I remember it when I sing it. I think there's Soha at the end. Yeah, I want to keep my eyes closed. We'll say the mantra for a few rounds and then I'll offer the prayers. So you still have time to write your prayers in the prayer document if you'd like. Teyata Om Begenze, Begenze, Maha Begenze, Radhasumangate Soha. 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 Teyata Om Begenze, Begenze, Maha Begenze, Radzu sumungate soha. Deyata umbeganze beganze mahabeganze radzu sumungate soha. Deyata umbeganze beganze mahabeganze radzu sumungate soha. Deyata umbeganze beganze mahabeganze radza sumungate soha. Deyata umbeganze beganze mahabeganze radza sumungate soha. Eyata umbeganze beganze mahabeganze radha sumungate soha. Now turning our attention to the prayer requests. And before we do, I'm just calling in all our benefactors, all the beings of the unseen world that are cheering us on, that are on our team, that want us to be free. All the beings that want us to be free as soon as possible. We call on them to come. Come surround us and hold us while we offer these prayers. Prayers for my little wolf pack family to keep love and fun alive and continuing to thrive. Prayers for my family of origin for peace and letting go. Prayers for the entire world for peace, presence, and love. Prayers for Katie Glennon, who entered the Bardo this morning at the age of 57, and all those who are grieving her. Prayers for all those who have entered the Bardo today, that they experience liberation. Prayers for my daughter R, who is grieving the separation of her father and I, that she thrives fully, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Prayers for myself, that I fully love myself by myself. Right now, I feel if no one is with me, it feels my joy is a waste and does not count. Prayers for myself, that I fully love myself by myself. Prayers for all of ours resources and sources of refuge, that they thrive fully, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Prayers for protection for Lama Rod as he travels. Prayers for Jenna going through chemo, her husband Jimmy, and their 2 young boys. Prayers for the baby possum we found alone in our yard yesterday. Prayers for all scared and lonely animals. Prayers for liberation of all who are suffering from anguish today. Prayers for my sibling on his retreat. May he find clarity and peace. Prayers for Reggie as he recovers from his stroke. Prayers for myself and for friends, FL, MR, SK, and NSL, who are going through housing and health issues. Prayers for people in Gaza, Congo, Sudan, and Yemen, and any people affected by genocide, violence, transphobia, and all forms of oppression. Prayers for people in Gaza, Congo, Sudan, and Yemen, and any people affected by genocide, violence, transphobia, and all forms of oppression. Prayers for Melissa, who is suffering great health issues, that she may find rest and comfort in her healing, and also release overwhelm for her family. Prayers for myself as I process feelings of grief and sadness. Prayers for everyone going through hard or difficult times. Prayers for my dear Cynthia and her cancer journey, and for all the people who love her. Prayers for me and my stress level, my sleep challenges, my anxiety, my physical pain, that I can find peace and stability while making my way through illness, menopause, disability, isolation. Prayers for all the starving children in Gaza. Prayers for my daughter Skylar in support and healing of body and connection to the inner wisdom and community for healing. Prayers for myself as I navigate a new way of connecting with my partner, as we process our innate behaviors and understand them in a relationship realm. Prayers for queer youth. Prayers for someone in one of my communities who is not answering texts or emails, very concerned about her. Prayers for all connected to know what next steps should be and when. Prayers to discern what my next focus needs to be for this last quarter of my life, that I am able to serve in the best way, best place, to be able to help, to be helpful to beings here now and beings yet to come. Prayers for everyone, everywhere, experiencing great loss. Prayers for health for my mother and sister. Prayers for health for A and for myself, and for the health of all suffering from illness. Prayers for inner peace for all and peace within our global communities. Prayers for E, whose teenage niece transitioned recently. Prayers for those yearning for the courage to live the life they know they deserve. May we find community to support us, so we may pour back into our community. Prayers for me and my father and his family. May we find peace. May we find peace. And prayers for my queer Sangha. That we find support and ease and reconciliation. And all the unspoken prayers, may those also be lifted and offered. Please, Medicine Buddha and all our benefactors, please hear our prayers. And we'll conclude with another round of mantras. Can you hear me?
We can hear a lot of you.
I am so sorry. Is this working?
Much better.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Okay. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radzu sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radzu sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radza sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radza sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radzu sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radzu sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radza sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, radza sumangate soha. Te ata beganze, maha beganze, Rajasumangate soha. Deyata om veganze veganze ma veganze Rajasumangate soha. Deyata om veganze veganze ma veganze Rajasumangate soha. Deyata om veganze veganze maha 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 veganze Rajasumangate soha. And bringing your attention to your body, to the earth under you. Remembering that you are an earth creature who moved through a lot of energy today. Who will probably be needing more rest, more water, more nutritious food, more fun than usual. Honoring that inner knowing of what's right for you. That inner knowing that's within each of us. May we hear it clearly. And slowly tuning back to this space you're in, on this earth, in this space-time. You're looking around your room, noticing, I'm noticing that the sun went down. It was up before and now it is down. So some time has passed. And we'll just end with Shanti Deva's prayer. 3 times. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine. May I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach until the ends of space. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine. May I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach until the ends of space. And finally, a magic third. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine. May I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach until the ends of space. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your trust. And if anyone wants to say anything, I'm happy to hang around. And thank you so much to Karen for being such a loyal tech host, making Medicine Buddha possible for all of us throughout the world. It's pretty magical.